Hey everybody, I am Drak.
And I'm Shadow.
And we are on the Orde Mantel Junkyard in Star Wars Shadows of the Empire for the N64.
Free challenge point!
Woohoo! I like free stuff.
Warning, sharp parts. Ugh.
Which we apparently still can't make.
These jumps are kind of tricky to navigate.
Now, for those who are a little lost on the story, basically we are on Orde Mantel to track down the bounty hunter IG-88.
If you do not know who IG-88 is, he does briefly appear in The Empire Strikes Back. Okay, I'm doing crappy at this, really.
But they called the wrong bounty hunter, because they should have just called Boba Fett. Not sad.
Duck! Yeah,
and apparently we have no problem getting hit by stuff. That's just our thing. We died on danger.
Oh.
More sharp turns. See, I remember when I first played this game, this was hard. And now I go back to it and it's easy. You just sit there, jump, duck, whatever. And people were wondering when we were going to get an Alex humming sequence in.
I gotta really stop humming. I know, I'm sorry guys, I gotta
It's
stop.
a meme! It's a meme!
It's not really a meme.
We're going to make it one.
Let's face it, everybody loves the Star Wars music. Everybody knows it by heart.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with it. John Williams obviously did very well. And ironically, I think this is the Rogue Squadron theme from... Yeah, I think so.
This is...
From Empire.
Yeah, this is when they're right about to rescue Luke and Han.
Yeah, that was... I think it was called Rogue Squadron, but I may be wrong.
Flight of the Snow Speeders.
Flight of the Snow Speeders. I'm mixing up canon. Forgive me.
And just because there's gonna be that one douchebag out there who's gonna say, well, John Williams just took the Star Wars score from the Planet Symphony. Okay, yes he did. Guess what? It's not that unusual for composers, artists, and musicians to borrow other people's stuff.
You guys can't see me facepalming right now. But yes, I am, because there will be somebody that can tell us that. And look, I'm embracing to everybody's opinion. You are a Star Wars geek. Good on you. Come on, guys.
Or you're just a classical music
It's fiction.
geek. But, you know, yes, John Williams certainly did take a lot of influence and probably did borrow quite a bit from that, from Gustav's, I think it's Gustav's Planets. And rightly so. It's a good piece.
Inspiration comes in many forms, so, I mean, we can argue whether or not it was a good idea for Williams to do that, but he had to get the inspiration from somewhere, right? That's how new stuff is made. Inspiration has to come.
Yeah, it comes from somewhere. Gotta have that epiphany.
We can't all be, you know, like, well, and I don't even think Howard Shore did this completely, you know, where he wrote everything individually and took his own inspiration and said, oh, you know, Lord of the Rings, this sounds like violins, kind of thing. He still had a couple of themes where he went back to some source material somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure he did.
You know, composers just do that. It's not bad. This rant has been brought to you by...
The more you know.
Gee, Alex, let's try and get some more Star Wars talk in here, shall we?
It is a Star Wars game. At least we are talking about Star Wars. How much do we talk about other games in our other LPs?
You know what? You're right. This needs more Mario references. You know, this could have been like Mario, and no, I'm kidding. So, speaking of Star Wars games, Alex, are you excited for the new Star Wars 1313 game coming out?
That was bad. Okay.
Death.
Yeah, that was dumb on my part.
Me personally,
that's about. I can't totally remember. I know you showed me the trailer, but I cannot remember what that game is for the life of me right now.
It's based. We don't really know much on the story aside from it's based on a pair of bounty hunters.
Right.
And the gameplay is really reminiscent of games like Uncharted.
Yeah. I don't know, if it plays like a Star Wars game, I'll probably be happy. If it doesn't, I'm probably gonna avoid it.
I'm actually kind of happy that we're not going for like another Force Unleashed. I've always had a major beef with lightsaber-based games and the fact that I'm going to get flamed, so flame shield up. The Force is cool, guys, but to me, too much emphasis is put on the Force powers and not enough on the saber combat. And I'm a big saber combat junkie. So Force pushing is all well and good, but I really like to have, you know, these awesome fight sequences with these lightsabers. And Force Unleashed didn't do that. I haven't played Force Unleashed 2 because I'm worried that it won't do it. I like the fact that 1313 is going into a bounty hunter angle, and therefore we don't have to worry about lightsabers. It's just gunplay. That'll be fine. And I love the Uncharted games, so I think it's a really great idea for the Star Wars universe to start using this engine.
Yeah, I gotta say, about the new trilogy, I'm happy that it's anybody but Zack Snyder. I do not like Zack Snyder films.
What? You didn't like Man Thongs the movie? I mean, 300?
No, I did not like 300 that much.
Well, what about Sucker Punch?
Didn't like Sucker Punch.
In other words, what's the game series? Bikini Zombie Slayers the movie?
I haven't heard that one. That's new.
Oh yeah, that's a game. I'm afraid I know that it's a game, but yes, it's a game. I'm trying to think of other Zack Snyder movies. Well, obviously we've got Man of Steel coming out, which I've actually seen a lot. Some diehard Superman fans are worried.
Rightly so. I mean, Snyder just does a lot of things that I get really tired of in films these days, like film ramping. You know, when it slows and starts again. That was dated when The Matrix did it, and it's dated now. It's been made, you know, I blame The Matrix for it, because it was The Matrix that made it popular, just like the bullet time sequences, that was close. Just like the old bullet time sequences and the defying gravity moments, you know, The Matrix had a reason to do it, you don't. So.
Well, and here's the thing too, bullet time was an interesting idea when put in the right hands. So like John Woo, I think does really great with stuff like bullet time, but when you have, again, flame shield up, directors like Michael Bay, I still don't believe to this day know how to adequately use bullet time.
I've never
slow motion.
I've never seen Bay do it. Well, yeah, he does. He'll do his share of slow mo, but I think he doesn't abuse it like Snyder does.
No, he does. No, Snyder is very big on it, and I'm trying to think. Isn't Tarantino big on it too?
I really.
Because like Kill Bill had a lot of slow motion, I think.
Kill Bill kind of like The Matrix. Kill Bill had a reason because Kill Bill took a lot of sort of
liberties with it.
You know, inspiration from things like old samurai films and anime and.
You know, I've just realized something, Alex. We have talked more about films in this Let's Play
than
games. So, with Sonic, we're talking more about Mario than we are with Sonic. With Phantasy Star, we're talking more about Final Fantasy than we are Phantasy Star. And with Star Wars, we're talking more about film than we are video games.
Go figure.
The more you know.
The more you know.
Look, Star Wars were iconic films. And so, in all honesty, to go and play these games, you can't help but go back to the films.
Yeah, you know, they really pretty much revolutionized the film industry as we know it today. Mm-hmm. They launched the modern visual effects industry.
And as much as we want to knock bullet time, well, Matrix kind of revolutionized that kind of deal too. So we have to at least give Matrix its credit.
Yeah.
Not to the other two movies, but that's me.
Not many will disagree with you. I think most people agree the first Matrix is really good. Personally, I think it's just okay. I don't think it's anything mind-blowingly amazing.
Well, I'm just comparing it to the other two that came later. And where I may not have major objections with Revolutions, Reloaded I had a lot of objections with. And, you know, I will still compare the first to the other two and say that the first was better in its innovation.
Jump to the next
because one of the major problems of Revolutions was, oh yeah, now we got to figure out how to put this whole Terminator vibe into the game or into the movies. We're not just bad guys.
Yeah, I didn't watch the other two Matrix movies. Like I said, the first one I thought it was good, but I don't think it's that amazing or fantastic of a movie.
He thinks the best slow motion evolution came from John Woo and Hard Target.
I haven't seen that one, actually.
That's okay. I think only the most diehard of Van Damme fans have seen it, and I'm not one of them. I think the last Van Damme movie I saw was The Quest. Before Street Fighter, where he played just that oh-so welcome Belgian Colonel Guile. Nobody can see my raised eyebrow, but yeah. Oh, and now we're ordering IG-88. Behold him in his 3 red LEDs of doom.
There's also an invincibility in this. Let's see if I can remember where it is.
Now, if we could actually, get the combat started. Alright, awesome. Now we're going.
This boss is a little tricky because he really can sneak up on you as loud as he is, and it's a...
And there he is.
Yeah, fairly... Ah, crap. Gosh. I can't... Oh, old N64 technology, everybody.
Hey, I'm not gonna knock it. I mean, for a launch title, this was still a pretty solid deal to do.
For the record, your seekers will not home in on him. You gotta shoot him point blank. Kill him.
Yay! And full health. We didn't really need it, but
I did get shot, so... Okay, it was right. There is a way to do it without having to... I always used to do it the real hard way by, like, actually going in and going down into the lava and having to desperately find the door. I didn't realize there was a little door on the side you could just jump up to. I was kind of an idiot back then.
I just realized something, Alex. We're gonna get a comment somewhere going, "You ought to fight the bosses harder." No.
We want to play this at a decent pace. It's not a speed run, but we're playing it at a decent pace.
Yep. Alright, we are gonna take a quick break and head into Gaul Spaceport. Once again, I am Drak.
And I'm Shadow.
And we'll be right back.